Hi again then guys, and so we've got another updated GranTurismo top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for a car which is very good for its PP level. It's pretty much the most powerful car you can get for the PP. It's the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. So this tune is an update, as I said, but not all updates have to be, you know, groundbreaking, phenomenally quicker than the last one. It's just not possible to make all updates that quicker. If you've already got a fast car, you're not going to add 20 or 30 miles per hour to it every time. So this tune adds a few miles per hour to the top speed. It improves the acceleration, it improves the draft potential of the car and the draft strength significantly, and also the overall handling. So it's kind of a general all-round update to the car. So I'd recommend racing soft tyres. For the suspension, we've got the ride height on 90, front and rear, springs on 975 and 550, dampers and anti-roll to 4, camber on 2 with neutral toe. For the gearbox, you want to take your auto setting all the way up to 286, then come down to your final drive and set it up to, I believe it was 4.5 for the flip on this one. Then come back to your auto setting, click it down and up back to 286. Then bring your individual gears to 2.7, 1.8, 1250, 925, 700 and 500, and then bring your final drive down to 3.8. For the diff, we've got the lowest initial torque, highest acceleration and lowest braking. All the power upgrades, of course, and I would recommend having NOS, and you definitely want the full weight loss package, because this is a pretty hefty car, even after the full weight loss package. In fact, I'd recommend turning traction control off, of course. And this is one of those cars which is kind of underappreciated within its own little niche category on GranTurismo, as far as top speed racing, that is. I don't see a huge amount of people using this car. I can kind of understand why. It's reasonably expensive for what it is. It's whatever the price is now, 450 grand or whatever, and for a non-premium, big, heavy, essentially British muscle car to some degree. I mean, I know it's a luxury GT, but it shares many of the tropes of a muscle car. That seems like a pretty hefty price to pay. Now, it's extremely powerful, but the top speed doesn't deliver as much on that power as you'd expect. But if you think about it, that's not surprising, because none of the Aston Martins, in exception to the 177, have top speeds that they should. They are far behind the top speeds that they deserve to have for their respective power. This car then, as far as that goes, doesn't suffer as badly, actually, as some of the other Astons. The top speed is at least practical. You can work with it. Now, the existing top speed that I had for this car was around 263 under its own power. It now does about 266, 267 under its own power, depending on which side of the track you're on, etc. The handling on the curve is not completely different, just, as I said, a little bit updated, a little bit better. It's a little bit more stable. You can maneuver the car around without spinning out, etc. The weight of the car actually does help with that a lot as well. It grounds the car. And as far as draft potential, well, as you can see, we're sitting at just above 6,000 RPM. So you've got tons and tons of draft potential. In fact, it's almost impossible to hit the red line on this car. It's got that much draft potential. And overall, like I said, this isn't turning it into some kind of, you know, Supra Eater Veyron beater, but it does make it a bit better than it already was. And as I said, particularly for its PP level, it's a very good and at the same time underappreciated car. It's one of the most powerful cars you can get under the 600 PP category without detuning, and one of the quickest. So if you decide to use this car and this updated tune, then obviously I hope you find it fun and competitive. And if you're new to the channel and would like to keep up with tunes like this and updated tunes like this as soon as they come out, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, thanks for watching.